Welcome back, Devils fans. And the New Jersey Devils have just dropped a painful one at home by a score of 4-2 to the Carolina Hurricanes. Cheers to all my Devils fans. As a veteran Devil once said, win or lose, we booze. And you know how we do around here. A tough pill to swallow at the Rock. Played like a playoff game, very tight, very intense. And unfortunately, we were outgunned and outmanned tonight, and the Canes were the better team. We did not play a terrible game. They showed signs of life, and it was a hard-fought game, and we just came up short. I thought Nico was buzzing tonight, and we just came up short. It really sucks. It's been a painful season. Anything to cling on to right now would have been nice. It was not in the cards, and the Devils drop a painful one, 4-2. We will start off with the scoring in the first period on the power play. Natchez with an absolute bomb. A lot of traffic in front. Just lets go a laser from the point at 12:28, giving the Canes the 1-0 lead, and that is how the first period ended. And then in the second.
He's pretty and he lives in Jersey City. Number 13, Nico Hishauza.
Hishauza tying the game at 1 on a beautiful shot. Tie game. There's life in the Rock. And is this going to be the Devils' afternoon? Second period ends 1-1. We head to the third. And at 2:50, Kakaniemi from a really crazy angle. I just think you can't let these goals in. I think it was a terrible goal by Dawes. Like, you really got to do better there. I mean, in a game like this, playoff-type game, we're clawing and fighting, trying to show signs of life. Our coach has been canned on the season. We just traded away our top goal scorer for Pittons from the Winnipeg Jets, and that's a terrible goal. Devils go down 2-1. Late in the third, we pull Dawes for the extra attacker, and Svechnikov puts one in the empty net at 18:49, giving the Canes a 3-1 lead. But they're not dead yet in this one. A minute later at 19:48, timomeier with the extra attacker. Timo time is back again, down low where he belongs, being the absolute bull that he is, in the crease, chopping away. Puts one in the back of the net, cutting the lead to 3-2 with 12 seconds remaining in the game. And then, unfortunately, on the ensuing faceoff with Dawes out again, we just had terrible turnover in the empty net, 4-2. That is how the game ends. And there's not much to say here, guys. It's been a long season. It's going to be a long rest of the season. There is not a lot to look forward to for the rest of this season other than maybe getting some kids some time and, possibly playing spoiler for other Eastern Conference teams down the stretch. We have a big matchup with the New York Rangers on Monday night at the Garden, and there's something very special I'm looking for in that game that I will be doing a video about probably tomorrow night to share with you all. But we lose one at the Rock, and the Canes are a good team. The Canes are a very good team. They're still alive in the, to try to win the division and take over the Rangers before the season's over. It's very possible. And so, they just added Gensel. They're locked and loaded, and they're looking to make another run at the Cup. I think they're going to be a very dangerous team in the playoffs. I think they play very solid hockey. If you watch the way they play, it seems definitely more structured and an organized game, and there's a little more intention in their game. Rod Brind'Amour has them playing really well. A lot of people in the past week or so have said they would like to see the Devils try to get Rod Brind'Amour. I mean, I would love Rod Brind'Amour as a coach for this club. I just don't see any world in which he leaves the Hurricanes. He won a cup there. He has a lot of history there. It's a little different than if he didn't have those deep roots in the organization. I think it's a little bit easier to steal a coach in that scenario. But given that he did win a cup there and he's been involved with the franchise for a while, I can't see us stealing him. I do have a couple guys in mind. I'll probably be releasing a video about that as well for guys I would like to see as head coach in, for next season and beyond. I will say, though, that this Devils team has looked much better, in my opinion, in the Travis Green era. I know we're only 1-2, but we were in that Panthers game, I thought we outplayed them for a lot of it. And, it's just, it's hard. It's a hard situation for him to come into. I don't think he really ever had a shot at taking over the helm. But I did think we outplayed the Panthers for a lot of that game, which we lost. And then we obviously beat the Blues on Timo hat-trick night a couple nights ago. And then we lost a hard-fought one today. Very close game. We haven't been blown out in the Travis Green era. We haven't been embarrassed. We've been in every single game. We've been competitive. And so, I don't know how much of that is I could attribute directly to Green or the team responding to Lindy being canned, or it could be a coincidence. But either way, in the 3 games under the Travis Green era, we have looked a lot better and showed way more signs of life than we did in the previous few weeks under Lindy Ruff, Tom Fitzgerald's fall man, for the sins of the 23-24 season. And, the season rolls on. The season rolls on. I mean, at this point now, I think everyone is pretty well aware that this New Jersey Devils team is not destined for the playoffs. Our season will come to an end on April 15th with our last game of the season at home against the New York Islanders. And that could end up being a huge game for the Islanders. Wouldn't that be something if it came down to a scenario where the Islanders had to beat us to get in and we played spoiler and knocked out Uncle Lou and the Islanders? That could be something. But I think we're going to be in a lot of scenarios to play spoiler for teams down the stretch. Unfortunately, that's all we really have to look forward to at this point. We are not going to the playoffs. And sometimes playing spoiler is better than nothing, right? So, again, painful loss from the Rock. Devils fought hard. In the end, came up short, and it sucks. And let me know in the comments what you thought about the game. What did you guys think about the upcoming games? What do you guys think of the Travis Green era so far? If you haven't chimed in yet, what did you think about Fitzgerald's day at the deadline yesterday? All Devils hockey related items and issues, throw them out there in the comments. I love talking to you all. This is a place for us to join as a community and heal our pain. It's a place of soothing and healing for the New Jersey Devils fans that feel tortured like myself by this absolutely painful season, a season which showed so much promise. We went from early season cup favorites to, sellers on deadline day and out of the playoffs in the first week of March. It's a tough pill to swallow. I will be in mourning for quite some time. I haven't decided what team I will be rooting for. Obviously, it's nowhere near the same as rooting for the Devils, but I usually like to try to find a team to root for during the playoffs, and I don't know who that would be at this very moment. I'd have to really sit and analyze. I think off the top of my head quickly, if I had to pick right now, I probably would root for the Oilers. I mean, I think McDavid's a really good player. I think it'd be a shame for him to never win a cup. Obviously, he's still very young, but, careers go by very quick. I've talked about that on this channel many times. Careers go by pretty quickly. And I'm not locking it in yet, but I think with McDavid in Edmonton and Uncle Rico going there, I certainly would love to see Uncle Rico win a cup. I wish it could have been with us. And I guess that's not to say that after this season we could somehow get him back to New Jersey, but I don't know. He is a Canadian kid. He is going to be on a team in Edmonton that's going to be looking to win pretty much every year for the foreseeable future. And so I could see Adam Henrique remaining in Edmonton. A lot for him to think about after the season, but my preliminary pick, I think, at the moment would be Edmonton. Would love to see Uncle Rico, Adam Henrique, lift the cup. Sucks it can't be as a Devil, but maybe in the future. But let me know also in the comments who you guys will be rooting for to win the cup now that the New Jersey Devils will not be participating in the playoff tournament to hoist Lord Stanley. I'm very interested to see the teams and how you arrived at them and for what reason. But I think that's pretty much all I have for today. Very depressing day, and I am very excited, I will say, for the Monday night matchup at the Garden. I've considered going on enemy territory. It does seem a little bit harder to get myself to do it, knowing that we are out of the playoffs and I'll just be trolled mercilessly and may end up fighting somebody. I don't need any arrests or anything, and sometimes, unfortunately, some obnoxious people make it very difficult to stay trouble-free. at events like that when you are representing another team. But I do really want to see this. I do believe we're going to see the bout, and I'm going to put a video out about it, outlining the whole thing. But I do believe, when a lot of people questioned and messaged me or whatever about why did we get this Curtis McDermott guy, I think Monday you're going to get your answer. I believe we will see Curtis McDermott doing his finest work with his fists against Matt Rempe and or Trouba in that game as retribution for their crimes against Nathan Bastian in the last Devils-Rangers matchup. But we will see if that happens or not. I believe it will happen, and I'm pretty amped up for it. So I'm still on the fence whether I'm going to go to the Garden or just enjoy it at home. But either way, let me know in the comments what you guys thought about the game. Anything else, everything, anything Devils hockey. I love you all. I will talk to you all soon. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go Devils.